Hey there, Mortgage Musketeers. Today we're going to be talking about something that I deal with just about every day, dealing with credit, and that is Credit Karma, and why Credit Karma oftentimes is nowhere close to what your actual FICO score is. Okay, so what is the deal with Credit Karma, and why does it not accurately reflect what your FICO score is? And why do they advertise it like it actually does tell you what your credit score is? That I don't know the answer. In my opinion, a bit of false advertisement. But one of the big things is that it is not the same scale, it's not the same reporting method. There are over 65 different types of reporting models. In the lending industry, we go off of a FICO model. There's even different kinds of FICO models, but the one that we use is used by 90% of the lenders in the industry, and it can be very specific to a mortgage. There's also a FICO scale for your auto loan, which can often have a different score than what it would be if we pulled it for a mortgage loan. But where we run into most of the questions has to do with Credit Karma. Now, Credit Karma is really good at monitoring credit. In other words, knowing what's going on, what are your balance, what's happening, is there anything crazy going on with your credit? Really good. Really bad at knowing what your actual score is. And the reason for that is because they use something called a FAKO score, FAKO, which is a play on words of fake and FICO. Now, is it fake? No. It's actually based upon a scoring model called a Vantage score. Okay, and you'll never hear Credit Karma or any other industry that doesn't use an actual FICO score called a FAKO. But in the industry, that's kind of what we call it because it's not accurate. It's not your FICO, even though that's how they portray it. So why is it different? Well, several years ago, it was because you worked off of a completely different scale. They were up to like 900, 950 scale, and FICO was off of an 850 scale. Now they came out with Vantage Score 3.0 and Vantage Score 4.0 to kind of tighten it up, and really the ranges of FICO scores are between 300 and 850. So now they try to tighten it up a little bit, but it still doesn't always help, and that's because they put different weights on different aspects of your credit, whether it be length of credit or payment history or credit inquiries. There's all these different weights that go along with those particular items as it is concerned with your credit score. Now, because the Vantage score looks things a little bit differently, it's really kind of difficult to tell what your true credit score is off of Credit Karma. And that's why as a lender, we have to pull your credit. Now, just anecdotally, my experience is if you're showing about a 620 to a 640 on your Credit Karma, there's a really good chance you're in the 500s because it can be off as 50. I've seen it off as much as 70 points. You know, I've seen it just kind of off the wall. So I get the question, well, do you got to pull it? My Credit Karma says whatever. Oh yeah, we got to pull it because you never know what your actual credit score is. And we have to go off of the lending FICO score. Okay? Now, again, it's a useful tool. I use it. I recommend people use it because it lets you monitor your credit to know what's going on. And it'll tell you when certain items report, which is really useful if you have used too much of your credit and you're trying to reduce your credit balance between what your available balance is and what your actual credit utilization is. That way, you'll know when the credit bureau is receiving the report from that particular credit line. Very, very useful because then that can tell us when we might need to repull your credit. So that is the main reason why your Credit Karma score is not your FICO score. It's because they're a different scoring model. Hope this helps. And remember, if somebody asked you to pull their credit to get a loan, it's because they really need to pull your credit to get the loan because your Credit Karma score is not going to be accurate 9 times out of 10. All right, again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell all the friends that you know about it. This channel, the Mortgage Musketeer, where it's all for one and one for all. Until next time.